Good morning everybody, and welcome along to New version Kotoki work in progress part 2. So what am I doing here? The off-white parts, there's a few more off-white parts in this lot than they are in the actual kit, because I think it could have done with more colour separation. What I've done, I've painted the primer on, which I've used the Alclad 2 white primer and microfill, and that, let me just say, that is like the best. It's so smooth, it's like the plastic. It's once it goes down, you learn how to spray it on correctly. It's just brilliant. And then I use the grey version of that for the pre-shading, and how that works, it's just great because there's hardly any clogging of the needle. I've only had to clean off the tip of the needle twice in, it's like an hour-long session to get all this done. And yeah, they're working out brilliantly. Now this part here, it's part of the backpack, and what I had to do the metallics on the internal parts, and because there's a seam line here, I've had to do the metallics, put them together, put some of the Tamiya extra thin inside there, let it go off, sand it down, remove that seam line, then mask up all the metallic parts, and I've done these parts yellow as well, for there's like a thruster vernier type thing on there. And yeah, so I'll then use the primer and then just pre-shaded it. But what I'm aiming to do is I think I want to do the backpack first. Well, just get it finished off. What else have I done? Right, I've done all the yellows. As with the off-whites, I've done a few more parts of yellow just to bring it out, and I done, that was the golden yellow, the Vallejo golden yellow, and then I went over that with Mr. Colour GX, their gloss coat, which dries as not hard as diamonds. It's really good stuff. Then I went round it with the Panline accent colour, and then tidied it up with a Gear Finish Master with a bit of enamel thinner, and yeah, they've worked out alright. These are parts of the funnels, yeah, just little bits and dabs. It's a relatively quick process putting it down, but yeah, you do have to clean it up, so it's on par with doing it with a pen, I suppose, but it just zip around it really nice. And while you're waiting for the my compressor to cool down, yeah, because I've got compressor issues all the time, I can do like a half-hour stint and then I have to turn it off, let it cool down just for 5 minutes or so, and then I can turn it back on, because otherwise when it goes off it won't turn on for an hour. So if I've got something in the colour cup, that would be wasted and my airbrush would be clogged. So yeah, what am I going to do now? These are the off-white parts, like I said, and I'm going to be using, where is it, the Mr. Colour light grey number 97 for those. Some of these I'll have, say for instance, where is it, these leg parts. So it'll be like white there, that grey at the bottom and grey at the top. The backpack fin, whatever, the part in the middle of the backpack, it's going to have a bit of the grey there, and on the dome part of it as well. Oh, there. So that's going to be separated into grey and white, like the grey at the top and the normal white at the bottom. So okay then, I'm going to do a bit more, and I'll show you my progress when I get done. See you in a while. Okay then, after an hour or so, I've gone over with the Mr. Colour once more over the pre-shading, and it's just ridiculously smooth. Really gorgeous paint this stuff is. It's really nice. You can see the sheen that it's got on it. It's just the best stuff I've ever used. Fair enough, it takes a bit of getting used to, and it smells like you have to wear a mask. You've got to use a spray booth, but it's just great stuff. It's really great stuff. There's absolutely, there's absolutely no texture on there whatsoever. It's as smooth as the priming was smooth, and this has just gone in on smooth priming, and you can just see it's flawless. It's really great stuff. So what I'm going to do now, there's these few parts here that needed to be done with white, so I'm going to remove the masking, remask the parts I've just painted grey, give it some white. It's only a little bit, you know, it's at the running order, but I just sort of do it. So I'll see. Hi everybody, and welcome back. So the last time I spoke to you, we were just about to put some what was it, dark grey on the on some of these white parts that we painted. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to get all the decals on these. This part here, I've left that masked up there because there's some metallics underneath, and once I go over with the satin varnish, I don't want it to dull down, I want it to stay the same. So the reason why I had to put all that together was because of this area here. I wanted to get rid of a seam line there. Excuse me, yeah, I've got these fuel tanks done, and I've used the dark grey on the base of there, and it looks quite nice with the yellow actually. These, yeah, so the rest of these, just a few decals of the main suit itself and the heavy weapon set. I've also painted the backs of the shields with a dark grey and then highlighted with a touch of white. They're going to need a gloss coat before I put down the pan line wash. Then everything is going to get a satin coat using the gear notes stuff. This is a lacquer based, and I think that's pretty much it. So all these parts satin coated, all the off-white parts there. Oh, I've done some chromes as well. I've done the parts of the leg thrusters and the thrusters that go onto the backs of the legs and the backpack. They're going to get that burnished K colour. Where's the other one? Is that it? Oh, excuse me, throwing stuff all over the place. So yeah, they're going to get that burnished blue and brown effect here, so it's like heat stressed. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So once I've done the decaling and the satin coat, we'll come back and we'll see if we can't get the backpack together and have a good look at it. See you later. So I'm just about to start giving all these parts their final top coats. Mainly parts for mainly parts for the backpack and some other off-white parts. But you've got the fin funnels, everything else you need, and like I said before, I'm going to be using the Mr. Colour self-leveling thinner for the gear notes semi-gloss, which is a satin I suppose. So we're going to give this a go, and I'll get back to you in a bit. So after doing a few pieces, I've decided I'm not a real fan of that gear notes semi-gloss varnish, because it is no different the gloss than the Mr. Colour paint put down. I do like it to be a little bit more matte, so I'm going to stick with the old favourite. I'm going to go for the Vallejo satin varnish with a thinner, and it's, yeah, I used a colour cup on a few things. On the plus side, it has made, you know, it's still very smooth, and the decals are really well hidden now, so I can carry on with those. Just to show you the fuel, the booster tanks as well. See that? You see how shiny they are, and that's really no different from the Mr. Colour. But at least I can angle them now without fear of you know, doing any harm to the decals or anything. Sorry, that sort of camera. So yeah, I'm going to start again. I've cleaned my airbrush out, so I've got it ready for doing acrylics now. So yeah, I'll bet an hour or so. I'll get as much done as I can, and I'll show you the results later. Ta-da! So we're going to try doing these thrusters using the burnished brown and the burnished blue from K Colour. It's a bit tight in my room, so I can't really set up my big tripod, so what I'm going to have to do is just get it done, come back and tell you how I did it. So I'll see you in a bit. So then I've just put the brown burnish on the one on the left. I hope you can see the difference between the two. It takes a bit of getting used to. It's very thin and there's not much pigment in it. Obviously it's a clear colour and you do have to really build layers, but yeah, you can tell it's alright. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to finish this one off, and then I'm going to do the blues, which at the top end, and yeah, I'll get back to you in a bit. Okay, so I've just spent the past few minutes doing these with the burnishing colours. Yeah, you can see the blue just at the base and the brown at the top, and I've put the insert in now. And yeah, they don't look too bad, so they'll look even better once they're mounted onto the backpack. So there you go, not bad stuff at all. It's a bit fiddly to work. Hi there and welcome back. So we've pushed along and we've completed the backpack. I like the way it's come out. I like the way the yellow looks next to the purple. Yes, I know that these parts here should be on the reverse side, but I just like the way they look there. Happy with the fuel tanks, very subtle pre-shading. And on here, the centre part of the fin. The majority, as you already know, the majority of this was done with the Mr. Hobby paints, which I'm a complete nutter fan of. Can't get enough of them. So much so. And these were from the guys at Albion Hobbies or Albion Alloys, and these come from Telford, and I want to say a big thank you to those, because even though they don't really sell to the public as such, they said, you know, if I get in touch with them, they'll be able to provide everything I need. So big thank you to them. So what's next? What we're going to do, we're going to do the all the white parts, and we've got an absolute, well, I wouldn't say an absolute stack, but there's enough there to keep me going. And then it'll be the inner frame. Inner frame, I'm thinking of doing this grey and having a matte coloured inner frame. I usually go for a shiny, use the duralanium, give it a bit of panel lining, job done. But yeah, I think I'm going to go for a matte grey inner frame. But on the joints where there's some detail, I'm gonna do those chrome. Yeah, I'm gonna do like get the not do the alclad, but I'm gonna give these a go. The dark chrome and or the black chrome, or indeed the chrome aluminium, the K colours. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit, and thanks very much for watching.